Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment's reach. By the merit of generosity of the good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Chudan Sogi Chomala Chanchu Bhadu Dane Yasu Chi Dagi Din So Jibe So Nam Ji Dolai Benche Sangye Dobra Shu. Sentient beings, boundless sky, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they liberate from suffering and the cause of the suffering. May they never be separated from happiness, free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, boundless sky, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they liberate from suffering and the cause of the suffering. May they never be separated from happiness, free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Nam Kadanya Besenje Tanje Dewa Dan Deve Jadan Demba Chuchi Dumya Dan Dumya Ki Judan Dewa Chuchi Dumya Bebe Dewa Tame Dewa Chuchi Nyen Chada Nida Trawe Panyola Nebra Chuchi. Okay, so now we're going to starting actual PHOWA practice again here. One more time today. So our first meditation is about the self generation, which is called, and here self-generation, oneself, as a meditation about the Vajrayogini. So therefore, oneself, or just thinking about I am Vajrayogini. So from there, then meditation about the emptiness first, or external, outer emptiness, then internal, our body, so everything is emptiness as well. So from that emptiness rises oneself as a Vajrayogini, which is Vajrayogini form, is red in color, sitting as a dancing posture, right hand holding the Karvanai, raising up to the sky, left hand holding the Kapala full of nectar. And Vajrayogini, two face, the one normal face which is red in color, other face and above our right ear which is a black pig, facing up to the sky, making noise. And Vajrayogini, three eyes, two normal eyes, third eye in the forehead, the wisdom eyes. And Vajrayogini, wearing ornaments, which is 5 crown ornament, which is 5 skull. And Vajrayogini as a form of wrathful, wearing all the ornaments, including earring, necklace, bracelets, and so forth. And Vajrayogini sitting on a dead body, as a dancing posture. And Vajrayogini, her left shoulder holding the Kapala, not holding the Katavanga. Which Katavanga, the tip of the Katavanga is a 5-point Vajra. Below the Vajra, there's 3 faces, 3 different colors. Below the 3 faces, the base, the Pumba. Below the base, Vajra crossing. Below the Vajra crossing, she holding the Damaru. So we must meditate ourselves outside Vajrayogini, clad vivid as form of nature of the rainbow, not the material, not the solid. It's a form of the light, as radiating light, as a rainbow. Then must know the ultimate Vajrayogini is inseparable nature of our own mind. So meditate outside body, everything as a Vajrayogini form, inside completely empty, natural breathing in and out. Just focus your awareness, concentration, mindful with the Vajrayogini form. So then continue visualization, which is the center channel. You just focus your all intention to the center of your body, which is empty. Visualizing center channel from the crown chakra, the throat chakra, heart chakra, navel chakra, and then the sacral chakra, the center channel, which is size is your own ring finger. Center channel colors outside blue, inside red. The center channel, this is for quality. The first number one quality of the center channel is the straight from the sacral chakra all the way up to the crown chakra. Same time straight your backbone. Then second quality is colors are must vivid and clear, which is outside blue is just blue, inside red is just red, no other color. Then third quality says outside, inside, vivid and clear, which means the center channel, outside blue, inside red, is like a two crystal. You can look from the outside, you can see direct red color, the inside. From the in, you can look at it, you can see the red and blue, very vivid and clear. Then fourth quality is center channel inside. The center channel is totally empty. From the crown chakra all the way direct to the reaching to the sacral chakra, but our crown chakra, the center channel is open. So your awareness, concentration, focusing, everything with the center channel until you see it through your meditation. So this meditation is very good for the one of the really purification, particularly body purification is one of the best way to meditate through meditation, the visualization, to healing our inner, all the channels, the winds, the draws. So therefore continue meditation slowly. Center channel. Now focusing, visualizing our heart, center of the heart, which is inside the center channel, visualizing four petal of the lotus. Size is just Center channel inside, 4 petal, red in color. The center of the 4 petal lotus, visualizing the small seed like a seed, which is red in color. Seed is not like a material, beyond the material, just like a light, very light, not heavy, as like a really like a rainbow of nature, So visualize, focus there, nature breathing in, breathing out. So then next visualization is Buddha Amitabha about our crown chakra, visualizing Buddha Amitabha sitting on our crown chakra, sitting as a position of the sitting on a chair, his right toe touching into our crown chakra, which is our central channel of the crown chakra, was open but closed by the Buddha Amitabha's right toe. Visualizing Buddha Amitabha as a same quality of the Buddha, Shakyamuni, major and the middle marks. Wearing the Dharma robes, holding the begging bowl. So which Buddha Amitabha, inseparable nature of the all, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, the Guru, the lineage master, Yidam, the deity yogas, deities, Dakinis, Dagas, Dhamma protectors, and Buddha Amitabha represents its inseparable nature of our root masters. Buddha Amitabha represents all the 4 lineage masters, including from the Guru Sambhavas to until now. His Holiness Chesang Rinpoche, His Holiness Chungsang Rinpoche, His Eminence Gachi Rinpoche's inseparable nature of Buddha Amitabha. Same, those originally Buddha Amitabha is inseparable nature of your own mind. So visualizing clear as possible, and then with the faith and the devotion towards the Buddha Amitabha, the lineage masters, or root masters, with the devotions, then we're going to say the PHOWA lineage prayers. I would like to say first, I'm going to say first the short golden lineage prayer. Those who remember it should just follow me. Maybe some of you remember. And then we'll do together PHOWA lineage prayer in the text. Okay, continue your keeping visualizations. Okay, now we're going to continue supplication prayer to lineage, PHOWA lineage master, which is you have a text there. Okay, the short one. Just follow me, please. The text, the page number says 18. Okay, so please. Just to remind ourselves, supplication prayer is so important. Really, supplication prayer will help us. The blessing of the lineage master, to direct, to support us to reach to our goal, the Pure Land with the Amitabhas. Not just that, supplication prayer is one of the best prayer according to Vajrayana. Through supplication prayer, during those meditation time, there is a lot of, obstacles there, some not clear visualizations, so on, so on. There are many things. Without any hesitate, deep praying, deep in the faith, in the devotion, direct to the asking to the supporting from the lineage master and the PHOWA lineage master, it does help actually naturally to receive it. Okay? So please, we're going to do together. Page number 18. Follow me. Okay. Salam Phowa Jom Parasin Jelo Nyala Phove Kara Jon Sinjelo Naso Dene Zembe Churamata Deva Chintu Jewa Sinjelo Sanje Pamela Chatsa Teta Nyeda Sanje La Sovande Chomi Namka Janche La Sovande Tode Sangha Bada La Sovande Pago Teme Lode La Sovande Chuje Sanje Janche La Sovande Tsome Made Zenje La Sovande Yonze Ponzo Namje La Sovande Kenche Namjo Ponzo La Sovande Jeze Gonchore Na La Sovande Renzen Chöge Tagwa La Sovande Gonchon Chile Namje La Sovande Gonchon Chile Zambo La Sovande Chile Tendo Chije La Sovande Gonchon Tenzin Dondo La Sovande Yonzen Chöge Janze La Sovande Tenzen Chöge Nyema Sovande Chavda Pime Janze La Sovande Jezen Dharma Donza La Sovande Garache Sanjo Wambo La Sovande Cheche Lodi Janze La Sovande Rinche Tempe Zeje La Sovande Concho Toje Nyema La Sovande Lodru Chuan Lodru La Sovande Oje Nilde Dorje La Sovande Tubde Sheve Lodru La Sovande Tenzi Chuge Lodru La Sovande Tubde Sheve Lodru La Sovande Tenzi Chuge Jone La Sovande Tenchen Tsawe Lama La Sovande Salam Phowa Jora Sinjelo Nyola Pove Karachun Drapara Sinjelo Daso Dine Tsempe Churamata Tsende Nene Shempe Churapande Dewa Chinto Chewara Sinjelo Sangye Veba Mila Chanzalo. Okay, so now continue meditation, continue keeping visualization, oneself, refreshing, Vajrayogini. Form of Vajrayogini is as a rainbow, as an illusory body. Inside Vajrayogini, visualization, center channel, the center of the heart, visualizing the symbolic of consciousness, which is ready to move up to the crown chakra. Above our crown chakra, Buddha Amitabha, which is inseparable nature of all golden lineage and the root masters as the PHOWA masters. Now main focus into the heart chakra with the syllable seed, a seed, red color, that with the consciousness, focus there, very gentle, pure awareness, concentration, breathing, everything, focus with the consciousness. Same time, resting nature state. Many of you know the insight meditation. You're familiar with that. You have to use that in here. Okay? Deep focus in the consciousness. Deep insight meditation. Now we're going to moving the consciousness up to the Buddha Amitabha's right toe. In order to moving, we are using the syllable hik, or when say 7 times, each time moving up until 6, reaching into the throat. Then last one, direct from the throat, reaching into the ground, to the touching into Buddha Amitabha's right toe. Then we say syllable ka, very slowly, bring back to at the heart level, our consciousness, and resting nature state again, deep insight meditation, or Mahamudra state, or Lopachenpa state, the Rigpa, whatever, you're familiar with that. Now sitting comfortable, straight your backbone. Please say hit together, everybody. Okay, this is the practice time. So. So now about the Buddha Amitabha, which is represents of all the blessing of the lineage masters and so forth, that Buddha Amitabha as the nature of the light that dissolve into yourself. Just feel it. Then yourself is transforming into Buddha Amitayu, just thinking about I am Buddha Amitayu, the longevity, which is red in color, Sambhokaya form, enjoyment body, Buddha Amitayu is red in color, wearing all the ornaments, jewelries, silken robes, Buddha Amitayu holding as a vase, the longevity vase. So now we're going to do the Buddha Amitayu practice. Continue, so please. That page number what? Okay. Number 20, your text. Okay. Okay. Lord Amitayu, who is our guide to enlightenment. Everybody has? Page number 20, right? Have it? You have, right? Okay. Lord Amitayu, who is our guide to enlightenment, who guide us from the living death, prepare us for bliss offering. Buddha Amitayu, to you the prostrate. Jiden dembe tsovo tseba me, Deme chewa malun jon zebe, mame adon ala churaba nanje kya, sangye tseba mela cha cha lo. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjana Subhe Nisha Cheta Tinzo Ranjaya Tata Gataya Arahate Samya Sambhadaya Tadayata Om Bhane Bhane Maha Bhane Aparimita Bhane Aparimita Bhane Jana Sambhara Bhasit Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharmate Bhagana Samongate Swabhava Bheshit Mahanaya Parivare Sova Amarane Jivitaye Sova Amaran Jivitaye Sova Amarane Jivitaye Sova Dedication prayer here. By the virtues of the doing this practice, may I quickly attain to the realization of Amitai and all beings without exception. To that same state, may I complete. Sala 16. Supposed to say, we have short one, Pure Land prayer, Pure Land. Usually there's, of course, anybody knows the long prayer. That's very beautiful actually, So which is everybody, should learn that long prayer. Now we'll say this one 3 times together. Okay, in Tibetans. Okay. Page 16.
16.
16. I think the dedication prayer, Lord Jesus, page 31. First say in English, then I will say in Tibetan. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root, and nature lamas, divine assembly of Yadams, assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and dakinis, dwelling in the 10th generation. Please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in the samsara and the nirvana, and near to root to virtue, not to result in eight worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as Sarvaka or Pratyeka Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me in my mind, obstructors who harm, misleading Mara, the words of demons, experience happiness, separate from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddha. By the power of this Christ root of virtue, may I benefit all beings of my body, speech, and mind. May the reflections of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May the attachment of fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even the moment. May my eyes reveal the voice of kindness and compassion for the Chitta. Through that, may I become a spiritual master with a good quality equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even the time of my death. May I die by pure thoughts, may I not die confused by wrong view, may I not experience untimely death, may I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of mind itself and pervading clarity of Dharma. May I, in any case, gain supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the paradise. Now I'm going to sing Tibetan, this one, okay? Please, everybody, meditate deep inside our Mahamudra. O Dhamma Jijiramo Je Zawada Jibra Jiva Bone Lama Dhamma Nanda Yedam Jingo Je Lazo Cho Jina Yuve Sanje Dhamma Yusema O Dhamma Wana Juma Kandu Sadam Je Dajala Gonzo So Naja Yukive Zawaja Jimbo De Yatula Tine Nunga Yusum Je Simje Namjela Pendova Joji Dage Jula Nyamoma Daja Yadam De Monga Je Tadoga Samba Minyawa George Tapada Nyamba Nyamba Sinde Samba Keje Zanya Minyawa George Samba Ninja Sanju Simja Dage Jule and the Yonson Zimbe Givishin Nambada Nyamba Shido Jode Sende Nila Saja Chimbo Chogan Guru Tokra George Nanam Chive Tuje Tse and the Yuja Dunga Minyawa George Shingi Do Chewa Majurje Tavalova Chewa Majurje Timayin Bajawa Majurje, Javala Gawadanche, Rovadanche, Simi Hido Sawada, Chuni Hido Tawada, Chega Pardo Jijachu, Saja Chembo Chogan Mudo, Tobra George, Ladan Hote Tam Jiji, Sundu Sawada, Yebe Give, Zawandi, Dada Simje Tandi, Odolana Mebo Yado, Zobe Chanjo Ramboje, Tobra George. Okay, thank you. It's in the Tibetan or the teaching, sometimes the great master says. And also I remember, usually His Eminence Gachen Rinpoche, most of the time he repeats this word. First, it's very important, which is we don't know, we should know how to practice. No? Or Shiba Mizo, or Tambo Shiba Zos. And that's not enough to practice. Just knowing things, that's not enough. We don't get anywhere actually. Doesn't get anywhere that, So it has to be practice. Then practice alone is not enough. Practice alone is not enough, which is we say. Shibam dubam duluzos. It depends on how we practice it. Once we practice, it depends on how we practice it. If we know how to practice it well, then there is no doubt realization. Sometimes we practice and then we don't know the practice is very well done, including meditations not clear, having missing something, prayer opening prayers missing, that the actual practices those each time those missing things. So therefore, that sometimes the practitioner have a less realization is quite a challenge. So therefore, it's saying, Dubamuzo, Duluzos, just practice is wonderful, but it has to be a very well done, Or it's not about the, I don't see practice is too long, it's not about the long and short part actually. Even the short practices, even the 20 minutes, 1 hour, half hour, whatever we do every time, just really focus, at that time. I have a problem too. I'm not saying to you I'm just reminding myself, It's quite a bit of challenge these days, I have challenge too, without enough focus, really. I think that's so important. That's just to remind ourselves. So thank you again. So now we have you want to reading something? Somebody has some kind of teachings to read about this.
Yes, our sister Zara, who lives down in South Carolina, is with us on Zoom, and she noticed today that from a passage in the Glimpse After Glimpse book by Sogyal Rinpoche, which are excerpts from the Book of Living and Dying, that today's topic was very poignant for what we are talking about. So she asked if she could bring this to our attention. So I asked her if she could read it and recite it for us. So Zara, if you would do that, that would be really great. Thank you.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you, everyone. June 23rd. Think of the moment of death as a strange border zone of the mind, a no man's land in which, on one hand, if we do not understand the illusory nature of our body, we might suffer vast emotional trauma as we lose it. And on the other, we are presented with the possibility of limitless freedom, a freedom that springs precisely from the absence of that very same body. When we are at last freed from the body that has defined and dominated our understanding of ourselves for so long, the karmic vision of one's life is completely exhausted, but any karma that might be created in the future has not yet begun to crystallize. So what happens in death is that there is a gap, or a space that is fertile with vast possibility. It is a moment of tremendous pregnant power where the only thing that matters, or could matter, is how exactly the mind is. Stripped of a physical body, the mind stands naked, revealed startlingly for what it always has been, the architect of our reality. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Would anybody like to comment about that? That our mind being, how do they say, pregnant with reality?
Yes.
Could you read it again?
Sure.
Yes, Curtis, I can read it again.
Can you adjust your microphone wherever it is? Because there was a little bit of a breakup there. So,
Sure. Think of the moment of death as a strange border zone of the mind, a no man's land in which, on one hand, if we do not understand the illusory nature of our body, we might suffer vast emotional trauma as we lose it, and on the other, presented with the possibility of limitless freedom, a freedom that springs precisely from the absence of that very same body. When we are at last free from the body that has defined and dominated our understanding of ourselves for so long, the karmic vision of one life is completely exhausted. But any karma that might be created in the future has not yet begun to crystallize. So what happens in death is that there is a gap or space that is fertile with vast possibility. It is a moment of tremendous pregnant power where the only thing that matters or could matter is how exactly the mind is. Stripped of a physical body, the mind stands naked, revealed startlingly for what it has always been, the architect of our reality.
very good again. Thank you.
Could you take a picture of that and post it to the WhatsApp group, please?
She did send that to me, and I can send that to the group.
Thank you.
So, shall we take a break, and we'll come back and do one final practice,
And now we get discussions.
or we have a discussion? You want to have a discussion now?
Take a rest. Take a break.
Take a break now,
Sure.
and come back for a discussion. Okay. So it's a few minutes after 3, so let's come back at 3:30, if that's okay. And then we'll continue and have a discussion, and then we'll do our closings for today. Okay, everybody on Zoom, I hope you heard me and that everything is good and that you'll be able to join us at 3:30 again.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Finding in progress.
Recording in progress. Oh yeah.
10,000 feet. Destination will be on the way.
All right, I have a nicer voice of mine.
Umbenda Sano Samaya Mana Balaya Menda Sano Dinava Diva Me Baba Sadakayo Me Baba Subakayo Me Baba Adirata Me Baba Sarasite Me Braya Sakrama Suzame Sada Shri Ankara Ho Ha Ha Ho Bhagavad Zamani Mezamendra Bhava Samaya Sato Om Bedra Sato Samaya Madhavaya Bedra Sato Dinova Dirangado Meva Sudakayo Meva Subakayo Meva Anerato Meva Srasite Mebrayata Sagrama Suzam Siddha Shri Ankara Ho Ha Ha Ho Bhagavad Yandra Mame Maza Bedra Mama Samaya Sato Yandra Sato Samaya Madhavalaya Yandra Sato Dinova Dishtandriyo Me Bhava Sudakayo Me Bhava Subakayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sarasite Me Praya Sagrama Sudame Sada Shri Akuru Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sadada Kata Bedra Mame Bedra Mama Samaya Sato Bedra Sato Samaya Madhapala Bedra Sato Dinova Dijandrido Me Baba Sudakayo Me Baba
Supakayo Me Baba.
Anerato Me Baba Sarasite Me Prayata Sagrama Sudame Sada Shri Akura Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sadada Gata Bedra Mame Bedra Baba Samaya Sato Bedra Sato Samaya Madhapala Bedra Sato Dinova Dishtandrido Me Bhava Sudakaya Me Bhava Subakaya Me Bhava Anerato Me Bhava Sarvasite Me Prayat Savagrama Sudame Sada Shri Akuru O Bhagavan Sarvata Gata Bedra Mame Mada Bedra Ma Samaya Sato Om Bedra Sato Samaya Madhapala Bedra Sato Dinova Dijandrido Me Bhava Sudakayo Me Bhava Subakayo Me Bhava Anerato Me Bhava Sarvasite Me Prayata Savagrama Sudame Sada Shri Akuru Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvata Bedra Mame Maza Bedra Bhava Samaya Sato Bedra Sato Samaya Madhapala Dinova Dijandrido Me Bhava Sudakaya Me Bhava Subakaya Me Bhava Anerato Me Bhava Sarvasite Me Praya Savagrama Sudame Sada Shri Akuru Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sadada Gata Bedra Mame Mada Bedra Samaya Sato Bedra Sato Samaya Madhapalaya Bedra Sato Dinova Dijandrido Me Bhava Sudakaya Me Bhava Subakaya prayasa sarvagama sudame sabashriya guru ha 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 ho bhagavan sarvatathagata bedramane bedra bedra bhavama sato om bedra sato samaya manapaya bedra sato dinapati chandrigo meva sudokaya meva sumokaya meva Bhava Sarvasiddhya Prayasa Svagrama Sudame Sudam Shriya Guru Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatathagata Bedra Bhava Samaya Sato Okay, now our last session about the discussion, right? So, anybody have any topic to discuss? So, I think PHOWA is, as you know, I just remind our PHOWA practice and teaching is just sometimes, I don't want to say too much, but for the sometimes beginner people should know. PHOWA is actually practice is quite a bit advanced. Actually. It doesn't. It's not really the beginner for the PHOWA practice. It takes a lot of energy. We do PHOWA really serious practice meditation, including Vajrayogini, including channel, the centers, particularly the heart, the consciousness. And Buddha Amitabha is not so bad. It is not true. It doesn't give you any so much tense. Especially Vajrayogini, and especially channel, central channel. And then focusing the consciousness, meditation, and then the moving the consciousness, upper part of the body. That's a kind of very tense. It's not easy. It shouldn't be. I always recommend, for at least my knowledge, not too much you have to do. At least maybe morning one, evening one, as a retreat time for better not more than that. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of challenges there. Actually. And sometimes at different time things happen in the beginner practitioner. It's not really skillful way. It's rather than do morning one and evening one, and the rest of just open discussion to talk about, maybe do some kind of other meditation practices. So therefore we're not going to do just stop right now. That's okay. Which is I myself learn. Certain meditation is you can do continue. It doesn't really affect in the body and the mind. And certain meditation is quite a bit tense, very, like including PHOWA, the practice of the consciousness things, and certain deity yoga practice. It needs a lot of energy, in order to do it. So without the kind of challenges there, sometimes. So therefore, it is a very skillful way to do is. I think sometimes PHOWA needed practice. I believe it needed kind of divide it a little bit. The beginning as a practice time, Divide it first, Vajrayogini to meditate, for takes maybe one session, maybe 45 minutes, just like that. And then maybe 45 minutes later, just Badami Tamas practice, that. Then maybe 45 minutes just do the syllable, the transformation part, the consciousness. Only one time, not many times. Not just one time and very slowly. And then, so something's, as of course, just to remind ourselves, sometimes we need it to really practice has to be really, really mindful certain time, you know. And that happens to not just everybody. It happens to a lot of real practitioner in the long retreat people, 3 years going retreat and 3, 4, 5 years going retreat. It happens a lot because of lack of mindfulness. There's a lot of challenges there. And many of them is okay for them. There's no problem. When they go retreat, there's no challenges, anything. And certain times they have challenges there because of the lack of the mindfulness, you know, to do things, practices are very take it easy, and then rather than too long, as short practice, you know, and, which is very important. Yeah, it's the same Vipassana meditators and whatever Kamabhati meditators, it's needed to with not too long, you know. And then in certain, if you a practitioner oneself have done long time, enough for many years doing it, then long meditation is okay. It's not, no problem. The biggest problem is meditation. It's not the meditation. The biggest problem is then you feel you have some kind of developed inner feeling which is doesn't right. You don't feel like you're going to do meditation again. You feel like, no, I don't want to do anything. So that kind of feeling creates in the person's meditators, which is kind of very obstacle. Really, it's a really big deal. It's not the simple way.
Does that mean that they don't want to do it, or they don't feel that they need to do it?
They don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it.
Yeah. Because of the lack of skillful way. He or she done one time very strong, you know, very pushing the pressure for oneself. Then later doesn't want to do anything.
So there's a discouragement.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
But isn't there also a joy? Maybe not everybody, but there's a joy from doing practice like that.
Yes, that is a true part of joy, but usually every meditator's, the beginning meditations, it doesn't happen. The truth part is. So therefore, how many people are meditators in this world? Very less. It's not about the quality of the meditation, it's about the person who haven't done it, you know, and then one time excited to do. I mean, a lot of things happen in our reality life too, like that. Any work we do, you know. Sometimes we walk to I want to do this now, I have to do this. Then it's too much after that, it comes down, then we don't want to feel doing anything. The same thing happens in the spiritual path, meditation particularly. So therefore it takes the meditation needed, takes a really kind of, to maintain very slowly, take time. You know, every day, short, you know, no worry about it. So that will build up. The short will build up, very becoming strong meditators. Sometimes we do, which is nothing wrong, going to the 10-day Vipassana retreat, which is wonderful. But most of the time, it doesn't work that way. Really. Many Vipassana I met, I said, I did the 10-day retreat And I was, are you doing redistributive meditation? No. Give up. So that is really, in the spiritual path, one of the most obstacle actually practices. So like we have to, for continue practices, very skillful, not really worry about so much, And certain practice like in Vajrayana, we have like a PHOWA and then like other deity yoga practice, like say, Vajraklaya or Yamantaka. It's good, it's nothing wrong, but it doesn't work that way in reality. It brings somehow beginning time energy so much right away. The energy is not really bad, but it's not a healthy one. The energy can be causes different things.
Well, I agree with you that what you just said, those wrathful deities, what we call the wrathful deity,
Yeah,
are very difficult.
yeah.
And they're for more advanced practitioners who have gone through many years, many sessions of peaceful deity. And to be able to overcome the hindrances and the challenges and the uncomfortableness of doing the practice and so on that does arise, but also with that I think does come a joy. If you're doing it well, there is a resultant joy. And for those who don't have that joy, we practice for them, we have compassion for them, and we try and practice harder to show them that there is joy and demonstrate that it is worth the effort and that they will find the benefit from that on their own. And but otherwise, if we don't do that, then there's a great deal of discouragement. And how would people want to do this if we don't want to do this? So I think we have to be leaders to be able to show people how to practice properly and not do too much too soon. And that there is a structure, there is a way to do this.
Yeah, I think that it is needed to really good guidance to show the what to do, not like a jumping, like for example, we are going this stair without moving the first step and jumping up there is impossible. If somebody could do it, that's very impossible. Very impossible. Likewise, in spiritual meditation or any Vajrayana teachings and practices, I think it has to be that way. That does not mean nobody could do it. No, that does not mean everybody can do it. But that needed some kind of skillful way, step by step, take it easy, to understand. So then it will much more, if we have that kind of skillful way, and then there is a less challenges,
Can we ask other people what they have to say about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite common to hear, at least Westerners, I don't know anybody else, that says, I tried to meditate, but I just couldn't. I found that meditation wasn't for me, I couldn't sit still, I couldn't keep my mind still. You talk to people, that's quite a common reaction. I'm not the kind of person who can meditate. That's for different people, but not for me. You hear that quite a lot. And of course I try to tell them, no, that's not the case, but well, you know what I probably say, but the first kinds of statements I hear all the time.
Are you saying you don't meditate?
No, I'm saying this is what I hear from other people. Not me personally, I'm just saying other people who I talk to about meditation say, oh, I tried doing that, but I just couldn't keep my mind still, or something like that. Or I've got this kind of mental problem, and that keeps me like ADHD, and that keeps me from meditating. You hear that quite a lot.
Well, is that a discouragement for you?
For me, no, because they're not me. That's what they say. It's a discouragement because I would like to, as many people to meditate as possible, of course. But for my personal practice, no, of course not.
Like I agree with you, like there is a joy, but the key thing is you need to be consistent, you need to practice every day. Whatever the time you start to do it, for 15 minutes start from the slope, like 10 minutes, and then increase the time gradually every day, and you see the result. But it will not happen, oh I sit and meditate and it's going to happen miracles tomorrow. It's not going to happen today. You need to have lots and lots of patience to reach that point. And when you meditate, in the beginners, it will be like you start sitting and you keep the alarm for 15 minutes and you start doing it. Your mind will not let you do it. It always says, oh, you are done for the day. That's okay. You can continue tomorrow. But if you allow your mind to follow that one, you will not be able to be successful at all. You need to fight with the mind that I'm going to do it for 15 minutes, no matter what. If you keep that patience within you, you will see the joy in you. Like it's not going to happen just like that, but it will take time. But you will feel the joy very soon. If you have the
That's very
consistency.
good. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
And to have spiritual friends who are there to help support you. People that you can talk to, or teachers, or even books that you can read, or biographies of other great practitioners who will encourage you and tell you their stories and so on, and difficulties that they may have had, and then to be able to show you that there is a perseverance, there's a diligence, and then through the patience and continuing to do this, like you said, absolutely, the joy is there.
Joy is there.
The joy is there.
Everything is possible in this world, but only thing is you need to be consistent. You need to practice every day, no
Yes.
matter what, because we are living in a very fast world. So we are like have a schedule, like after wake up this morning at this time, after do this, after do this, after do this. So we just follow the schedule. But you have to spend some time for the meditation to keep yourself peaceful.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very good comment. Thank you.
The very act of starting a practice and dedicating yourself to sit for 5 minutes every day, once or twice a day, that in itself is discipline. You're starting to discipline the mind. And then it becomes more of a habit, you expand the time a little bit, and you begin to enjoy being there.
That's true.
But you have to have some discipline.
Yeah, integrity is the key.
I think the problem Bernie is talking about is people have this misunderstanding, you know, I can't meditate, i.e. I can't sit down 20 minutes and be blissed out. Their expectations are unreal. It's not just to sit. At first, just to sit every day is a good step forward.
Now, Tashi wants to make a comment. He's online. And Tashi, let me ask you, can you hear my voice? And can you hear the other voices of the people in the room?
I can hear them kind of echoing.
Oh, but not real good. If I'm, just for technical feedback, technical understanding. If I turn this microphone on, you hear me better, right?
Crystal clear, crystal clear.
Yeah, now, if this gentleman will just say a sentence or so.
Oh.
Say something.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so that's better. Okay, so we need to use this remote microphone when other people in the room are speaking. Thank you. Tashi, you wanted to make a comment.
Yeah, I can sit for meditation for about 15 or 20 minutes, and it used to be I could only do a couple minutes, and getting off of caffeine helped me do that. But I was going to say also, I can do a sadhana for an hour or an hour and a half, no problem. But sitting in meditation quietly is a little difficult for me. So I tend to just do sadhanas, you know. But I feel like meditation is a skill that I want to develop gradually.
Yes, thank you. And how successful have you been with that?
Lately, I've been drinking some tea and it's thrown off my meditation. So I'm getting rid of that again. And, um, but yeah, it's coming along. I mean, I do my sadhanas every day, no problem, you know. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else have a comment?
Are you through?
I'm ready to hear you.
Thank you. I feel like meditation is one of the great lights for me, one of the great, I hate to use the word hope, but you know, that's where I am, so I would use the word like hope, that I can actually develop. And I think I've gotten more out of that than all of the other practices. Well, the first is a discipline that does sit there every day. But the other skills haven't developed along the same line, but this is there's been improvement, and it's really given me a feeling that I can actually produce something here, that I can peel away some of the obscurations and let what's in there out. And so to me, that's the most important part to me, is the meditation.
Very good, thank you. Would anybody else like to make a comment? Paul? Leg is on. You're good health. Paul, how about you? You've been practicing, I know, for a long time, and how has the meditation process been for you?
Slow. Only recently have I been gotten to the point where I realize my legs aren't hurting me anymore.
Could you speak up just a little bit, please?
I can sit down when my legs do not hurt me anymore for a long period of time. I can sit still for 25 minutes to 30 minutes each morning. The breathing helps, saying mantras helps, and the fact that I've learned not to push the things away that try to keep coming in, and just embrace them and tell them they're part of me, just come along for the ride. And that's about where I am now. And of course, my sadhana practice every day. I'm still working on Ninja, multi-count plan, I think.
So you're doing the Vajrasattva practice, is that what you said?
Just
The Nandra.
yeah, working on the Ninja. I'm on the multi-count plan, I think. It's going to take me for a while.
Well, that's great. It took me 12 years.
Yeah.
Very good. Anybody else online have anything you'd like to add? I think it's an important question that Lama Gursam raises, because we all have this, we're all beginners at one level or another, and we're all trying to develop, a good habit and so on, and to have the proper encouragement to be able to do that, and to be able to talk through and share our experiences with this, and maybe sometimes somebody will have a clue that might help us to persevere. Okay, Lama, please continue.
So, for my knowledge or my experience, very limited, even though has been my whole life. I put so much energy for meditation, actually, for study. When I think about, I did not put anything else I left anything else behind me, actually. Building house, having home myself, and having myself have a car, and so on and so on. I left behind everything, actually, which is I always telling my good friends, I'm very proud of myself. And some people, my friends, always think you're crazy. They say, you're living in the USA, you have nothing. I said, yes, true, you have nothing, I have nothing. But I always say, I feel my inside, I'm very rich. Outside, I'm not rich. But inside, I'm rich. So, according to my knowledge, I always found, for me, meditation is very important, and there are different forms of meditation. We have to know that always. And I believe the meditation has to be, as a gentleman mentioned earlier, and believe in the really kind of maintaining, continue, that's the most important than long meditation. Like say today we did this last 2 days, every day we did the retreat, which is so wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. But more than that, important is every day whatever we practice for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, if it is possible, same time. If that's not possible due to our work, due to circumstances, but at least just to do it. The same times for me is whatever meditation we do, so there can be a lot of different experiences. As we're talking about the joy, which is wonderful. There's nothing wrong to have a joy. And it's also sometimes when we explain and when we talk about the meditation, the newcomers, we talk about there is a lot of joys and such, so which is kind of nice to hear it. But the actual, it doesn't happen that way, The joy part is very, very small time. The rest of them is the long time. There's a lot of challenge part is much more than that. Then gradually, what I'm trying to make a point is when we gradually practice, maintain, continue, no matter whatever experience we have today, wonderful meditation, try to let go that one. And we have today not so good feelings, there's a certain uncomfortable things, maybe disturbing thoughts, the past or whatever, this storm coming up, something. And then when the 15 minutes people has, whoever does the 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and then comes to the time is becoming over, and I heard about this gentleman that says, we have to stop at the time. What matter what is, even if the meditation is so good, the pleasure or the wonderful things happening, we have to know the stop. And even though meditation is not so good, it's an uncomfortable feelings, so on challenge there, we have to stop it. Today we have to stop, and next day we have to start. Try to not fight with that at all. Sometimes do not fight with that, and sometimes do not continue with that. And this is a good pleasant. That happens in a meditation, actually lots of. When we are good meditation happens, kind of pleasant meditation happens, then we want to go, I want to do more. That's our human nature. It happens that way, a lot of times. So that is called the mindfulness. It means here. The mindfulness means that is a time to stop it right now. Whether it is good meditation, whether it is bad meditation, which we call usually, but actually there is no good meditation, no bad meditation actually. that is later will come, once we practice it, once we done more and more understanding how the emotion works, how the things work, that's what then when understanding there is no such things. Good meditation, there's no bad thing, such a bad feels in meditation there, but meditation has to be continued tomorrow, no matter what, So the problem part is, then tomorrow comes, what happens is, then we say, oh, I'm so busy today, I'll do tomorrow. That is the one of the biggest obstacle in the meditation. Then we stop today doing that meditation, we forgot to doing, then tomorrow will come again, next day we'll say again. Next day we'll say, no, I'll do tomorrow. So then tomorrow never ever ends. That happens to meditators, usually myself too. But I've been fighting with that long time. I'm getting, I would say, I'm more than 50 years old, last many years, last 40, 50 years. I was fighting with that. I'm getting better, say. I'm not saying 100% I can do it that. I'm now much, I would say, I'm better how to fight and how to stop it. There is the same thing, meditation time. We have to know time to do meditation. There is a time we have to know that when the time comes to the stop it, you have to say, stop, really, Otherwise, if we keep going on, it seems like energy is moving. It's good things. It's nothing. But then later on, that cause as I mentioned earlier, so then you feel like, just really doesn't want to do it anymore. So then not just that part, the point of view of the realization here, that is the one part. Then the most point is the realization part. Realization is the most important. Realization does not mean to be, if we have a long meditation, I'm going to be realize it. No guarantee, that one. There's no guarantee, short meditation, there's no realization. No possible. It's no certainty there. Sometimes when you have a good meditation, small amount of time, there can be wonderful realization is possible. And sometimes long meditation is just long, but nothing happening, anything, nothing recognizing, nothing, the awareness was kind of the meditation was very, like a dim, like a dark part of meditation. Not really meditation is clear, so things like that. So therefore, the meditation, the realization is kind of very difficult there. So what I'm trying to say is, maintaining part, actually meditation every day, the skillful, which 15 minutes, I always recommend 15 minutes, at that time 15 minutes we needed really deep concentration and discipline is necessary. Give up everything, phone and whatever, if that's possible, unless there's a sudden emergency things there and then we cannot, other than we needed to really make good discipline. Rather than all hour meditation, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, make a discipline, switch off the phone, switch off the everything, whatever, and just do it. So that can be really developed. Even though we do not see it, 15 minutes very fast sometimes, sometimes very long. At the beginner meditator happens. Sometimes feels like too long. Sometimes right away, right away the time is over, So what I'm trying to say, building 15 minutes after 15 minutes every day, it's like that, build for a week or a month and years, then you look back to yourself, look at what the early beginning when we started meditation, look back, oh, it's just amazing, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, so then there is a really interesting things rises within in the meditation, the blissful, the joys. So then it's that joy remains, continue, Other than sometimes the joy rises the moment and then it disappears so fast. It comes very fast and it disappears very fast. So it doesn't last long, So then in order to maintain back to the meditation is quite a bit challenges happens. So that's my knowledge. That does not mean those who are all practitioner, long-time practitioner, that you should every time you are doing it 1 hour, 2 hour. I think you have to do it. That's our individual, And what we're talking about here is the time frame of the meditation and the short frame of the time of the meditation, how it is important, how to improve from there to be built a long time, for hours after that, And those who are been meditation long hours, so I think you have to do it, whatever you do it, So as earlier I said, and another I like to make a point, long meditation. I did a long meditation, okay? The truth is, then as I said, sometimes I did a longer session meditation per hour. I know that part. How tough it was, how painful it was my own leg, I tried to push myself, legs, not the simple way sitting down. I push my legs in the crossing vajra like this way, both legs like this way, and try to sit for hours like that. I did actually. So, what I'm trying to say is, then later I notice is myself, that is too much for me, for my body, for my mind, So rather than pushing those 4 hours, just relax, do one sitting meditation short, and then another form of meditation, like a mantra meditation or whatever form. There is a many form of meditation, like a breathings or different things, meditations, formless meditation. There's so many other meditations there, which is will always, nice to learn. So I did that way. So that found me much comfortable after that sometimes, So what the point is here, we're all talking about, we have to be maintained and skillful way. That's the point, right? So whatever we could do it, however we can meditate, And then like another point I like to say, maybe some may you not agree with that part. Maybe some people, maybe you agree with that. Especially beginner meditators, whoever wanting to learn about the meditation, I will really highly recommend to say, you must go to the person. Whoever you learn from the teacher, you just talk to him or her. Just say, I want to learn meditation, just teach me how to do it. So he or she will teach you how to sitting positions, how to be breathing meditation, how to come abiding meditation, or the vipassana meditation, until you finish that course with this person, this master. Then you own your own. Before that, these days, what they do is many times, of course, this is the Google time, so everybody watching the TV or watching the Google Time, and then they saw them teaching about the meditation, which is wonderful. But that doesn't work in the reality. Totally, no. There's no kind of, how to say, true blessing, the energy, no person to the person, you know. Then later on, once we are learned well enough, you know how the meditation come abiding, you know how the meditation, the vipassana, you are familiar with that. Then you can learn this another topic teaching in the YouTube. Certain people talks about it. It's nice to hear. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, to learn the different point they talk about. You know, otherwise just learning directly at the beginning from the YouTube or something. I'm not against that, but I don't see any. I really feel my personally strong feeling. You don't get it actually, real meditation. What I'm trying to say is, you know, you didn't get the real blessing. The person who taught you directly, you know, him or her directly teach you, be sitting with you every, you know, for at least one month course or the 2 weeks course, be with him or her. That energy is you cannot get through the, you know, the Google, you know. With the generally information is wonderful. Yeah, I'm not against that, you know. So that's I might just letting people know. Some may agree with that, some may not. That's totally fine. Just at least people can think about what Lama Gursam saying. What the point here? You know. What is he saying? I'm not saying about the against to that anything, but what I'm trying to say is that there is no actually getting this true blessing, you know, to that energy, you know. It doesn't come through that way. It comes through the person to the person directly, you know. It doesn't.
Very good, thank you.
Anybody want to say about that? What do you think?
No.
Yes.
I've heard that there's basically three things to practice: your meditation, your sadhana, and what you do off the cushion is almost more important than what you do sitting on the cushion. Because if you have all these good feelings on the cushion, and then you go out and you're mean and you lose your temper and you're not a good person, then it's almost like it was a waste. But if you could see a change in yourself and you don't get angry as much and you find yourself being more mindful, and that's also the food for meditation.
Yeah, that is another thing to practice, you know. On the cushions, uh, the beginning as a meditation, as a meditator, the person who or she ever want to learn, first I really think it's important to the sitting on the cushion is very important. Even though person is really fell into the up the cushion, on the cushion very good, the up the cushion is very pale, I don't see anything big deal with that, really. But at the same time, it has to learn. It's very important, become a balance on the cushion and off the cushions. So the on the cushion has a lot of challenge, as we know as the meditators. It seems like sometimes people see it's like a very peaceful or very calm. No, it's not like that actually. They're on the cushion. There is a lot of person dealing with the meditators are dealing with their own so many things actually, you know, which is I can experience it. I saw it, and I myself have seen it that way, you know. There are a lot of work hard actually. I'm talking about the real practitioners, you know, who really focus their meditation they have a really hard working sitting on the cushion. There is no doubt. So we have to be kind of value for the sitting on the cushion or sitting on the chair, wherever you are, which is very wonderful, I would say first. Then after that, then sometimes we needed to learn how to be off the cushion to maintain, continue, which we experience on the cushion to maintain in a mindful way into the every activities, just walking, sitting, talking, listening, and whatever activities to bring into the path, which is a challenge. Pretty sure it can be done, So therefore, certain times, certain things we needed, not just sitting, or we needed also needed practice of talking, to talk about that, how to do it, of the cushion, and what the situations there, and how do we deal with them, those things, to maintain, continue. So which is, of course, as you point out, is always I myself found very not easy, Or I only found also confidently, I would say, there is a possible can be done and off the cushion too, But that takes time, And certain times we have a lot of course, the activities, depends on the different types of activities has to do in our life, Or so, which is also a lot of challenge for the meditators too, of the cushion is, and I see in my life too, myself, I seen it, and other my friends, I seen it, certain times, long time retreat, which we call 3-year retreat in Tibetan tradition, and been retreat 3 years many times, and when they come out, and it's quite really challenge. Sometimes missing the reality, everything, what is happening in the reality life. So sometimes for them it's very difficult to integrate, in the reality life. Integrating with the friends and the family, be kind of humble, be nice, be kind, That's very, very important, These things are very hard to learn. But once a very well accomplished the mindfulness meditation well enough, I think they can do it if they really want to learn, And then I think the environment's different. Each environment's time. So in the monastery, it's different environment, right? In the ordinary life, the family life is totally different to dealing with that, So it's totally kind of environment's different, so how we deal with that, So yeah, my experience is very limited, but I'm working on it to how to deal in every day, and every day in life, as you say, off the cushion, The most important part is really needed learn about how to be kind to other, very seriously and sincerely, no matter what he or she, So that is the way I'm learning very sincerely how to be kind to other people, no matter whoever I met, new friends, old friends, And then the one thing I learned very much to how to be humble as possible. The humble is not easy. Practice again. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of patience too. Sometimes I notice many times when you are really humble, and sometimes certain times is a lot of challenge there. You know, people won't respect you. People will just ignore you, or certain things happens very very much in my life too. You know, so that we have to see how to deal with that. You know, but generally be humble with the people, whatever. It's very very wonderful things to do. But meditation, of course, some people have a challenge. There's no doubt, but everybody can do it if we have a skillful way of teach. You know, teaching. We need it kind of as early session we have a discussion about be teaching kind of very simple way, you know, very not the complicated way, you know, the simplicity. So, and the teaching needed very simple. The simple is the most profound meaning. The practice needed as simple as possible, not the complicated way. And of course, life is so in the reality life. We have to be really simple, which is not easy, you know. It's a lot of challenge, you know. Including myself, try to be simple, including food and clothing, living lifestyle. Oh, it's not easy. Quite a challenge there. But I'm fighting with that, you know. Be simple as possible. There are so many less as possible, you know. So that's my thought.
I really like your honesty that you are still facing the challenges being in a monastery and all. I really appreciate that. Like nobody talks the way they feel actually, but I like your honesty. But answering your question, like sitting on cushion or off cushion, right? So I would definitely suggest you what your body, because your body is different, my body is different, and you know what you are going through, I know what I'm going through, right? So be comfortable. The ultimate goal is not having thoughts. Just focus on that. So not anything else. The ultimate goal is like either you do it for 15 minutes, either you do it for 5 minutes, either you do it for 10 minutes, doesn't matter. You have to have no thoughts. That's all the goal is. So you can have a cushion. It's nothing wrong with that because your body needs it. Because to forget about the pain, you need that cushion, right? So keep that one. It's nothing wrong with that. Go
Well,
for it.
see, there's three levels. There's what's on the cushion, there's your practice, and then there's what you do off the cushion. So I'm not negating the first part. Just that
Okay.
you can't just be happy with sitting on a cushion all the time and
Yeah.
having illusions that
Yeah.
I'm a great person,
Yeah.
and then you go out in the street and you want to kill somebody. You know, so that's what I'm saying. But there's three points to it. That it's not enough to just sit on a cushion.
You're welcome.
I think for that person to happen, psychology is changed. Like meditation wise, body will change, like energies, the body will change, but like the thinking patterns, like from the discourses, from the satsans like we are having over here, from these kind of, from listening to the different talks, I think that will change the psychic slowly, the way we think and the way we react, and I think that slowly, I think our mind will be trained to work out of the cushion problem.
Like when we go to the kindergarten as a kid, it's really hard to learn how to write A, right? So you cannot immediately write the paragraph as soon as you join the kindergarten. It's not going to happen. So you have to start with the letter after the A slowly, and then you start with a small word, and then a sentence, and then make a paragraph. That's how it goes. So we are like as a human in the current world, we want to write the paragraph as soon as we join the kindergarten. That's not going to happen. Slow and steady wins the race, as well as no pain, no gain. So you have to go through the pain to gain something. Yeah. And I also like the way he said it. If you start doing it, don't give a break in between, because meditation is just doing nothing, simply watching your thoughts, right? Which means you are nothing doing. If you don't do anything, you automatically receive energies. So the more you receive, you will become a positive person. You will become a kind person. You will become like a very humble person. But if you do it for a month, if you break in one day, then the negativity attracts so fast. The negative always attracts very fast in the positive one. So if you skip one day, then it can be skip 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and you will not, you have to start from the day one again. Yeah. Don't cheat yourself because it's good for your health as well as for your mind, as well as for your life. So you choose what you want.
Any other points anybody like to make online or here in the room?
Hey, Lan,
Yes.
what is really meditation? So that's like sitting and like just what's really the true definition of meditation?
Excuse me.
It says in the Abhidharma that
Oh,
meditation,
Bernie, start over again, please.
it says in the Abhidharma that meditation is defined as concentration on a virtuous object. That's the formal definition of meditation. Anytime you concentrate on a virtuous object, you are practicing meditation.
Did you hear that, Zara?
Yes, so thank you.
That's the formal definition of meditation in Buddhism.
So, I think it's a good point, and something like that is good to write down and have available, because that's the kind of question that comes up routinely. What am I doing? What is meditation? And if you have that reference point to go back to, because it's very simple. It's a very simple explanation. Bhavani and William, you had your hand up.
Yeah, Lance, I was just going to make the comment that most of us here, not to be facetious, but we can't touch our toes, and I have personally, I've got my feet where I got sores on them, so I can't walk very much. But meditation, my wife and I taught moving meditation with Tai Chi. But my encounters with meditation were started out with Casey, and you, I believe, started out when you were probably in your somewhere around your teens, and started your schooling with the what are they called now? Priest or
What's your point?
but here we're 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 years old before we actually start our meditation, and most of us still haven't gotten a good grasp of what meditation is. That is, one of my experiences with meditation, which I didn't really consider it meditation at the time. I leaned back and during lunch hour the, in lunch hour, and when I woke up with the sun beating on me and everything, and when I came back, I looked and everything had changed. And I found a different dimension. Now, most people don't go through that because they don't want to put enough effort into meditation or preparation for meditation. I was doing a fast 3 times a week when that happened. I'm sure that you've done similar things, but at an earlier age. And I find here in America that with all of the things that go on and the speed of life here, we have gotten a certain psychological throw to it. And when 9/11 came along, that threw us into a frenzy, and it took a long time for the people to come back to where they were to begin with. And the people here just don't have the I'm going to talk for myself. I have done a lot of work, but when I was teaching, I perceived that the people didn't have the amount to go through the courses to pick up the information and use it.
Was that, you were teaching meditation? You were teaching, what was the topic you were teaching?
It was both meditation and Tai Chi.
Oh, I see, okay. So that was back, what, 40 years ago?
No, about
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Okay. So your point was that some people, most people weren't really ready for the benefits of what you were trying to present to them.
I encountered people that, two different kinds. One that took the courses and got the information and used it in their day-to-day lives. And the other ones just went through the motions.
The discipline.
Understood.
Some of them were disciplined, some of them weren't.
Yes, thank you. Well, does anybody else have a question or a comment about this? I think this is the kind of thing that we're very interested in, and this is the second time we've been here at the Mandir to present some kind of a teaching, some kind of a practice, and we'd like to continue this, and we hope to be able to do that. This is open to all people, and we look forward to people who have experience of any level, and so want to be able to share experiences, and that's the kind of relationship we'd like to have with the Mandir. So we welcome this opportunity, and thank you all very much for being here. Lama?
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to close with before we do dedications?
Well, I will close with the Pilates' question, the opted question, let's say. Um, yeah, I used to think, and still I'm thinking about how to do it, is the opted cushions, continue, maintain the mindful or peaceful as possible, For me, is one of our masters said in his teaching that, I don't know, some maybe agree with that. Sometimes I have also a little bit challenge with that too. I agree with some part of the master's teaching, but sometimes it's a little challenge for me. Maybe that's my problem. No, that's the master's, not the teaching. That's my problems. So what he says, when you out anywhere, you're meeting with the different peoples, different things, hearing different things, or see different peoples, meeting different peoples. He said, always do not look at their faults, look at their quality parts always, try to not judge it negative way. Try to more look at everybody as a quality of human beings and so forth, non-human beings. Everyone has their own qualities there, no matter what, Then this master says, if you know how to look at their qualities, so then that will liberate you. So if we know how to look at their faults and this other negative way, we're never going to be liberate ourselves. So that is has been my practice too, but it's quite with certain times challenges there, which is my personality things, But I thought this is quite a bit interesting talking about it, So personally, I found, I don't know how much I could benefit other people or not, but at least it's benefiting me. At least I have a less negative thoughts. I have a more relaxing, more calm, have my liberation, my own liberations there, you know. Why I'm supposed to be judge these people and this and that and such and such, It doesn't work, Totally. And then what I found is when I do this way, that way, judging people, so then I found it so kind of tiring my own conception. My mind is becoming restless, thoughts, so many things and such and such. Rather than this master says, do not judge it, just be kind and be positive, look at the quality part and then let go everything. I found it interesting no matter what, And that does not mean sometimes we do not discuss. We need to discuss all the different things, to open it, to say what the real, what is this and that in reality, And the actual, as a personal practice, I found very, very helpful that way, Of course, as a human being myself, I want to judge something certain time. Then I immediately recognize my mindfulness meditation, realizing myself, hey, Lama Gursam, you are judging somebody. You just careful yourself and just look at my point in my own heart, my way, And then another point is one of the great masters, Milarepa, said, look at yourself. That's always he said again and again in his teaching. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not success. It's very helpful. These two teachings with look at yourself, this is. So looking at myself, not looking as a negative way, again he asks oneself too. You have to look at the more positive way, and then looking that to letting go, to remain calm and peace. So continue. I also found interesting that way when I meet people on a positive way. People are react very positive way. Actually, immediately the language, the body language immediately, certain energies right away. So, oh yeah, this person is looking me with respect way, very, very well. So, well, I don't know. That's I thought maybe share with you, see how we can do it. For me, as I found very interesting in my practice. Okay, now it's time to close, right? We can do the dedication prayer. Is it?
So we recite the dedication prayer with bless you. Our sports over there. Page 31. Oh yes, very good. This is a dedication prayer by the founder of our lineage, Lama Gursam, 800 years ago. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, and loving Islam. Divine assembly of Yidams and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogis, yoginis, and dakinis, in 10 directions. Please hear my prayer. The riches collected in 3 times, self and all things being God, Dharma, by nature of virtue, not result in 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth in Sivaka and Pratyeka Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who take me in mind, obstructors of harm, misleading matters, and toys with demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and safely attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddha. By the power of this absolute virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the Christians of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousies not arise in my mind. May the attachment of fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream with mercy, loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with the good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the spiritual attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even in the time of my death. May I not die with the negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience the unending death. May I die joyfully and happily with great luminosity of mind itself and pervading clarity of Brahma. May I, in any case, gain the spirit attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the Bhagavad. Thank you all very much.
Oh, thank you.
Lama Gursam, we make these offerings to you. Thank you very much
thank you.
for coming here and bringing these teachings to us. And these offerings are from people that have been here and also people that have been online that have sent this. So we appreciate you very much and we hope you come back again soon. Thank you very much. Thank you. And also we have an offering for the Mandir. We thank Chris is Vice President of the Mandir, and we thank him very much for his hospitality, and on behalf of your staff and everybody here, thank you very much. Thank you. I'll let you come in, Lama Gursam.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Hey. Okay. Let's get
Thank you guys for spending time on Zoom. This was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending 3 days with us.
I really appreciate it. That's nice space.
You gotta keep coming back.
Yes, I was like that, yeah. I now I'm living in India, usually not in
William and Bhavan, I hope to see you next Friday. And Tashi, I hope to see you soon as well.
Okay, yes. Thank you, Zara.
I'm so good to spend time with you guys this weekend. Thank you.
See you, Zara.
About 25.
I can five actually. Then I'm going to come over there.
You came before me.
Yes, definitely.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow I'm going to Arizona. Airport. Thank you.
So wish you a safe journey back.
So you're going to Arizona or?
Yeah, I'm going to teaching to Arizona, back to Boston, New Hampshire.
What do you use?
I used to live out in Washington, Arkansas.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you all very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Cheery bye-bye. Thank you. Tashi Dile.
Yeah?
I